Welcome back, everyone, to more Standard on Arena with me, Autumn, aka Rainy the Witch. Sorry for the little absence recently. I've been a tiny bit ill, but it's good to be back with more Standard now that I'm feeling better. Going to be playing some Orzhov Demons today. This Orzhov Demons list top 8'd the recent regional championship in Hartford, I believe. I've changed a couple cards, but it's basically the same list, give or take. Of course, Demon's decks all built around this Unholy Annex card, supported by Soulstone Sanctuary and Archfiend of the Dross. You get a solid little package here. And then in addition, we just have all the good black cards. We have, our good black removal spells, our good black hand disruption in Cut Down and Cruelclaw's Heist. Interesting that this list prioritizes Cruelclaw's Heist over Deep Cavern Bat. Personally, I really like that choice. I think this card is a lot more compelling to me. And then we have some solid, tough to answer creatures in Preacher of the Schism, Qarsi Revenant, and Sheoldred. All of which are very good against the small ball removal in Izzet Cutter. Really looking to battle against Izzet Cutter with a list like this when all your creatures are just so hard to remove with a Torch the Tower or Burst Lightning. Sounds pretty great. And we have a White Splash, which seems to be mainly just so you can answer enchantments. We've got Get Lost, we've got Legions to Ashes. Amazing answers to enchantments in the mirror or against a deck like Domain, for example. And outside of that, the only other real selling point here is Beza, one of the best anti-red cards in the format. Looking forward to playing some demons. People have been requesting this one for a little while. I'm excited to give it a spin. I beat Orzhov, the Orzhov Flicker deck. I won a mirror match and I beat Izzet Prowess 3 times. How are we facing Delirium twice in a row? This is crazy. I really should have gone and put that rip in the sideboard, huh? Aha. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, the -0 -9,999 card makes me so happy. That design is adorable. Very, very good Magic design. Well, I'm gonna cast this and die to Tessa. Excellent. Maybe casting this is illegal. Instead, I'm just meant to take 4 and kill the Tessa and still die horrifically anyway. Oh, okay. Turn 4 kill from Delirium. Good lord. That was horrifying. Actually horrifying. Oh yeah, the whole Final Fantasy set is just like full of bangers. The Edgar card is very cool. I'm glad they actually made a suplexing train card. Perfection. Ooh, chat, I have an RCQ tomorrow, assuming I'm well enough to go to it. Which I think I should be. I'm doing way better today than yesterday. We're in the middle of 6 right now, so you're loving all the 6 cards. Oh, I love Final Fantasy 6. Callie, have you reached the I don't know how to mention it without it being a spoiler, or even like hint at it. Have you reached a particularly pivotal moment in the storyline? That's so... You're in the back half of the game. Okay, cool. I adore that. Like, it's like one of the coolest... I don't know if it's legal to talk about it publicly. Like, supposedly everyone knows it already. Except my girlfriend doesn't know it already, and she's playing through the game for the first time. So maybe not everyone knows it already, but it's like the coolest plot twist in like any video game ever. So unbelievably ballsy. I actually adore it. I'm just meant to hold open and cut down. It's not quite Aerith dies, but the game is so old you think it's fair to talk about. I think I'm going to choose not to talk about like what actually happens. But you might be right that it's fair game now. I kind of want to take this FOMO, even if though it's the thing I can cut down. Maybe that's crazy. Oh, I could take the O-Bolt so my Skitter doesn't die. Oh, that sounds pretty good, actually. Let's just get Skitter going. Oh, that's crazy, Effie. I had no idea that's how it went. That's actually crazy. they accidentally made the best plot twist story development in like almost any game ever because they had too much dev time. Wow. Oh, the sorry, I got very distracted from it. My brain's like at 70% today, maybe generously. Wild to imagine a Final Fantasy game finishing ahead of schedule. I know, right? Actually crazy. Crazy stuff. Is that what happened in Symphony of the Night 2? Honestly, that would make a lot of sense, Arch. Huh. Symphony of the Night, I love that game. It is also such a weird one. Wow, they bricked on Breakout. Let's go. Opponent giving us a chance. Opponent giving us a chance. Our deck is not giving us a chance, but you know, can't have everything. What matchup do I want the crab in prowess? Probably like almost every matchup. I don't know. It sounds real nice to me. You get flash threats in the matchups where you want your counter spells. You get to sorry, I'm just briefly terrified about what my opponent does here. Okay, they're letting me double trigger Preacher. Dreamy. Yeah, you get a flash threat in matchups where you want counter spells, and in the matchups where you want creatures, you get to tap their things. And it plays well against temporary lockdown, and it plays well against small removal. I don't know. It just sounds like a good card to me, honestly. As like a 1 or 2 of. Alright, this token, draw a card. Ooh, land is beautiful. You do love to see it. They have a Balustrade one in the yard. They can't return quite yet. Second Preacher plus cut down. Sounds pretty good, right? Well, I don't want to kill this thing yet. I need to chill a moment, because otherwise the worm comes back. Fascinating. And there's Delirium Online. That's interesting, Arch. I mean, if Graveyard Trespasser existed in Standard, I'd have to imagine it would see play. Like, obviously, Preacher is some tough competition, but I feel like both are allowed to exist. Wow. Ruin them for not attacking. kind of a comical draw. Just kill the worm. Although honestly, if they trade the Worm of the Preacher and then I play a Sheoldred, maybe I'm fine with that. That doesn't sound terrible. Honestly, it does not sound terrible. Let's just do it. I guess they could also conceivably not block. Seems ambitious. Alright. There's Death Touch as well, right? Ah, that seems pretty good. Get down the Shelly. Chat, I'm rapidly realizing that my hopes of playing another Final Fantasy game within the next 10 million months are very slim. Because I'm realizing how long Xenoblade 3 is. Like, oh my god. How is there so much game inside that game? Genuinely absurd. Opponent is attacking. How do you feel about blocking Kenai Curator, forcing them to empty their yard? Take themselves off Delirium. Maybe it's too... Honestly, it might be. It's not impossible. Oh, I really want to play Expedition 33. I was watching my partner play some of that and it looks pretty phenomenal. Oh my god. Am I dead? Should I have done the maths on this? God. I guess I should have. 13, 14, 15, 16. I just didn't... Yeah, apparently I need to do Violent Urge maths now in Standard. Okay. Okay, well... Exciting. Let's attack with these. Do we think they have Overprotect as well? Actual nightmare scenario. Yeah, I was also hoping to get a Final Fantasy game in before the new set, but that is not happening because Xenoblade is as big as like most game series. Oh my lord. I love how we're dying to this Fountainport. This entirely necessary Fountainport. Because, you know, our deck doesn't have enough long game. Yeah, my understanding is the main quest of 14 is like 200 to 300, right? Which is still a lot, but pretty substantially different in quantity to like 500. I don't know. Oh no. What are they gonna flashback here? If they hit Violent Urge, they don't actually have Delirium for it at the moment. Oh, they hit a Curate. Curate is pretty good too, but... Well, I think we'll be okay. Go up to 9. Yeah. All these Unholy Annex decks are bad, but this time we can make it good, chat. This time. This is the one. You don't understand. I'm just like, surely if I change these 10 different cards to what people are already playing, the deck would magically become playable. It seems like a bad start for us. Oh, Wild Wagon Demon. See, I can fix her. I just need to add Wild Wagon to the Demon stack. Speak in my language. Well, obviously this is going to go very badly for me, but... Just main deck for High Noon. High Noon isn't even good against Izzet. Have you seen me play against High Noon when I'm playing Izzet? The card's fine. It's not broken. They just cast Rouse. And cast Enduring Curiosities. And activate their Storm Chaser's talents. And then on turn 8, they bounced out your High Noon and kill you. That's why we have 4 of them. So true. Let's see. Classic game of any deck in Standard versus Izzet Cutter. They don't have Rao game 1, then they'll just win both the sideboard games. Yeah, Izzet became unbeatable on the average when they realized Into the Floodmoor is a good card. Indeed, indeed, I agree. Oh, I didn't see that other one. I should take a look at that. That sounds fun. Am I meant to bring in Pest Control here? I feel like I may be meant to. I don't know if it's actually good, but I think I'm probably meant to bring it in. Oh, yes, Get Lost kills a Rao. Makes sense. Cruelclaw doesn't seem great here. Archfiend can maybe be trimmed. Try this, I guess. The moment I stopped believing in High Noon as a Magic the Gathering card was last time we played Izzet Cutter on stream. We lost game 1 because my opponent played 2 main deck High Noons. And then we won both post-board games because I just boarded in cards that were good against High Noon. And one of the games, my opponent played a High Noon on turn 2. And then on turn 12, they had to sacrifice their High Noon. Otherwise, they would die. And they still died anyway. What about Omni combo of High Noon? Because who cares anymore? Hey, Sophia. Run out my free. Violet's into High Noon. My High Noon gets to be a 1/1. Let's go. Oh, they're gonna double kill spell this? Wild stuff. Oh. Exiling it, okay. I'm kind of surprised Burst Lightning's still winning against us. I could play this Beza. A little sad that this Beza doesn't draw a card, but I might need it in play so that I can have even the faintest hope of beating a Rao, I guess. Make the high noon free toughness. Yeah. Sure. Why not? Oh, thanks, Ernie. Good to see you. I'm very happy with how the weekend went. Historically, Modern has been one of my weaker formats for a few years now. So doing well in 2 Modern tournaments in a row on back-to-back days is real pleasing. Oh no, my preacher. He's just trying to speak the good word of the Schism. Wow. Get spell first, I guess. Yeah, I agree, Tony. I agree. I think I want to keep attacking them. I could have Throat before Preacher to play around Pierce. Yeah, that's fair. I didn't really consider that. Spell Pierce wasn't on my radar as a card they would still have in post board, but I guess I should have just played around it anyway. Oh, nice Pale Geek. What deck were you playing in Modern? I wonder if I meant to have some number of cutdowns in. Cruelclaw's Heist is pretty bad against them. Especially on the draw. Blue Light Control, Septichan, oh my god. I ideally hope to never ever face that deck again with Eldrazi. I faced it once. It was so horrific. Truly the least winnable match of Magic I've ever played in my life. Yeah, 6s ago. This one's pretty reasonable. Oh, we get to take the cutter as well. They might just have to rage here just to get some pressure going. And get chomped by Septichan. That is indeed how it goes. What am I doing here? I could Pest Control away the Swift Spear, or I could Duress them. I feel like if I Pest Control now, I just get to slow roll the Duress and start casting Revenants instead, and force them to cast Floodmoors. And not die to my Revenants. Yeah, like obviously this Revenant gets bounced, but then I just recast it next turn whilst Duressing at the same time. And that seems pretty phenomenal. Oh, well, they just don't bounce it. Okay. There's the stock up. See what they find. Oh, you bought Modern Prowess? The Prowess deck in Modern's real cool. I like that deck a lot. Fascinating. How do you feel about take Floodmoor and then heist the stock up? That sounds pretty nice. I don't know. Lithomantic Barrage. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with that one. I guess they can now Burst Lightning my Revenant, but you know, seems acceptable. Well, this isn't even good for them. Hey, those free freeze. Yeah, that's probably the correct plague one, and I did consider that. But I enjoy casting stock up too much. Oh, did y'all see that I enjoy casting stock up enough that I'm trying it out in Modern Eldrazi? Jury's out on if it's good or not, but the one time I cast it on the weekend, it was pretty great. Whatever that's worth. Wow, so many free drops. What if we just kept casting free drops all game long? Alright, chat, we're not playing it today, but on Monday, when I stream, someone has to remind me that I promised to build Walled Wagon demons at some point. For those who are not familiar with the thinking behind this, consider that that's the 2-mana 5/5 Rakshasa card is both a demon for Annex and a large creature for Crewing World Wagon. Everything you could ever want. When Sultai with new snack. Unfortunately, that deck can probably never beat Quarry Steelcutter in a million years, but maybe that's just true of every deck, so. Alarm for Monday's set. Thank you, Sophia. I haven't streamed the past 5 days, so. Ideally, I have a consistent schedule. I try and stream from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. BST, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. However, a bunch of life stuff sometimes gets in the way. Such as being ill for the past week. And also traveling for tournaments somewhat often. Another Demon's Mirror? I worry that I'm just about to get battered and I'm going to regret not having cut down open. Also, it feels somewhat illegal to not get down this tap plan when I literally have Cruelclaws in hand. So, great. Yeah. Oh, they just took it anyway? Interesting. So we are gonna heist. Are we gifting? I believe the answer is probably no. God damn it. They have 2 copies of the good card. This is bad news, Baz. Oh boy. Annex versus Annex. Let's go. I guess I can kill the bat. It's unclear I really want the second Annex going. Sounds like a lot of responsibility. Oh my god. Hey, at least they missed a land drop. That's pretty good news. Am I playing another Annex or playing this Preacher? If I play a Preacher, I force them to go for the Frotet. I slightly worry about them just going land Archfiend in their turn. But I also don't have a removal spell for Archfiend anyway. I'd have to like Cruelclaws them, which feels a little illegal. Why don't we ever hear about good news, Baz? An excellent question. It appears I am dead. Unfortunately. Yeah. Oh. These demon mirrors are so horrific, chat. Good lord. Trying to figure out if Bronco's any good, if Duress is any good. That's like a 4 of. I feel like Duress is just like great, right? I feel like maybe we want less of the free drops. Because they're so bad into opposing removal. Good news givens. That kind of rolls off the tongue a bit. Let's try this. Sure. Need to draw a third land, but honestly, this hand's kind of mediocre. It needs to draw a third land, and it doesn't have an Annex. Feels somewhat rough to Moldy like a million discard spells mirror, though. I think Liliana is like quietly one of the best cards in the matchup, too. Both players just playing a million mana creatures that don't have ETPs. Liliana, pretty absurd. Alright. I don't want to steal a card because you already have a lot of cards to play with here. I don't want to draw them towards what they're missing. The Stone Brain. Fascinating. They're gonna Stone Brain our Annexes? I kind of just want to take their Annex. I hope we draw a land. Please. Please let me draw a land. No, no land for Rainy. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know if the Veil is in standard. You wouldn't think so, but... Bloody with the raid! Thank you, Bloody. Can we get a shout out for Bloody? Really great streamer. Lovely person. Welcome to everyone joining us. I am Rainy or Autumn. I play a lot of the Magics. A lot of Magic the Gathering, mainly standard on Arena. Currently playing this sweet Orzhov Demons deck built around Unholy Annex. I assume they're Stonebraining our Annexes? Though honestly, them drawing us into a third land would maybe even be appreciated at this point, so... Okay, they are naming Unholy Annex. They don't draw us into a third land. Oh, there we go. I kind of just want to play Liliana in plus. Oh my gosh, Sophia. Okay, they duress me. Take the Destroy Evil. Wait, did they not take all the... They only took the Annex from my hand? What? Opponent. Opponent. Excuse me? They spent 4 mana to make us discard, exile an Unholy Annex from our hand and draw a card, apparently. Which, you know, is about as good as Stonebrain normally is, but... Wow. Incredible stuff. Wouldn't mind like shifting towards free drops on the draw. Make my curve a little lower. Alright, game 3. I don't love this hand. It also feels really hard to mulligan in this mirror, because both players just have so many discard spells. And Stone Rains, apparently. Damn, opponent decided to play a good card instead of activating Stonebrain. Alas. Bill, the 93 months. Thank you, thank you. Good to see you. What are we doing here? Other than losing horrifically. They're gonna get another demon next turn, so killing this demon feels like it doesn't actually accomplish very much. I guess I'll just cast an Archfiend of the Dross. Wow, they're activating Stonebrain. Okay. Still very hard to imagine winning this game. But maybe their hand sucks somehow. Yeah, they can get it right this time. So true. Alright. Sure thing. Destroy Evil. That is a very good draw. Probably not good enough for us to be back in this, but maybe. Maybe their hand just kind of stinks. I mean, they spent last turn activating Stonebrain. I don't know. Their hand could stink. Wow. Maybe it does. Debatable. Get in there with the Revenant. Play the Shelly. They go to 9. Like, they really don't have that much going on. The Duress did get got. So true. Kind of want to attack both. I guess then they just chump Sheoldred with the Vampire. Like, I'm pretty happy to trade Sheoldred for Archfiend, I think. Maybe that's a lie, though. Okay, they are trading. I get a Revenant in my yard. So now I can activate this Soulstone and turn it into a Revenant. So now I have 2 must-kill threats, essentially. Is the thinking here. Just attack for free. Hold back these blockers for their life linkers. Plus my Liliana. I guess I could also minus the Liliana. That's probably pretty good, right? They lose a lifelink curse, they gain 1 less life next turn. When it goes to 2. Pretty absurd game for us to potentially win. The opponent has to attack with the lifelinker or they die. We, of course, get to block the lifelinker. Fascinating. Alright, wow, we somehow won that game. I mean, I got very lucky to win that game, but also of note, if the Stone Brain had been like basically any other spell, we'd probably have lost. Card looked pretty embarrassing. I went 3 and 2 of Orzhov Demons, not bad.